Hey YouTube, what's up? I'm gonna do my third video here, and it's again things that I'm just listening to. Um, I'm gonna start the video off with the last thing. Well, not the last thing that came in the mail for me. The second last thing that came in the mail for me, and this was kind of before I ordered this. Before I went on kind of my death metal kick that I've been on for the past maybe a month or more. Anyway. Odoms Guard with Krona till Konga. This is the Peaceville repress from 2015. I've had what's it called? 666 International for a couple years, maybe 3 years. I got it at a record show. I got a really cool deal on it. I bought Summoning. I bought a Summoning record that day, and the guy wanted like $50 for the Summoning record. But then the Odoms Guard was there for like $25, and I was like, "Oh, can I get that for 20?" And he was like, okay." And I just like grabbed that record, and I was like, "See ya, that's all my money. I gotta go." And that guy was really cool, and he's come back a few times. He's a seller from Montreal, and I've got a bunch of stuff from him. And actually, I'm going to show another record I got from him too, because I'm going to show a record I've been listening to recently. And yeah, but anyway, more about this. Anyway, it's a lot different, obviously, than 666 International. It's a lot more black metal. Like, it's a lot more metal, like stripped down. It's not as much electronics. It's a really interesting record, though. I think it kind of like lends itself well to the death metal kick I've been on, because it's an album you kind of have to pay attention to, or it's kind of like gonna phase over as one thing, because the sound is kind of one thing. It's really brutal, and the thing that sets it aside from most traditional black metal from Norway at the time, I think, is the vocals. Alderon has his own tone. It's more of a yelled thing that doesn't really bother you if you're in the mood for black metal, because it kind of translates well into that, into the same kind of feeling. But yeah, what can I say about this record? I like it. It's not my favorite Odoms Guard. I think 666 International is more interesting, but I think I need to spend more time with it. Yeah. It's blistering, the drums. Yeah, it's not my favorite Odoms Guard, and like I said, like 666 International is my favorite. I haven't heard anything beyond that, and I will listen to more of it one day, hopefully. Okay, being on the death metal kick, here's one I've just been listening to more because it just kind of hit me right. Tales from the Thousand Lakes from Amorphous. It's an awesome record, because it's like it has all this flair on top of it, all the keyboards, all the almost cheesy synth sounds. Like they have a Moog in there and stuff, and they kind of use it to a cheesy effect, but it works because the death metal is good, and that's kind of what sets it apart from other kind of like synth laden like death metal or whatever metal that doesn't come off as strong. Because without the synths, I think that this is still a strong record. Like, this is pretty brutal and has some really awesome moments that don't sound cheesed out, and the instrumentation is all there. I went for a bike ride a little while ago, and I listened to this, and it hit. It was good, and I've been in the mood for it. And I think I have a different opinion on this record than I did before. Like, this was always kind of an album I was afraid of the cheese on it. I was kind of reluctant to put it on a lot, because it's like, oh, it's going to be cheesy. But the death metal's there. I really like it. Okay, another record that kind of the same thing. It's been on my shelf for a while. I've listened to it. I liked it a little bit. I didn't really listen to it much after I bought it, but now I'm liking it. And Nocturne AD, Paradox. This is a cool press. I really like this album art too. This is a cool pressing. Profound Lore. Profound Lore is cool. They started up around me in Ontario, or in Canada anyway. Anyway, yeah, this record, again, it's a record you have to be in the mood for. It's very technical, but it's like spacey, kind of electronic-y. I don't want to say industrial. It's not really industrial, but it's electronic-y. And it's very technical, lots of solos all over the place. It's kind of like filled all over the place. It's like, it's a bit like a candy machine, but it's not the best candy in the world. His vocals aren't my favorite, but knowing what I was expecting going into this record with his vocals, I enjoyed them a lot more. Like, I could take the yell. I think it became part of the music, and like I said, I've been enjoying this Nocturne AD. Awesome record. I've never heard The Key, so I should probably get on that one of these days. Anyway, yeah, good record. Moving on. Okay, this is a great record. This is one of the bands that the guy from that record show I mentioned earlier sent me on a path with, because he had this record and he's been to a bunch of record shows. He comes back to the same one that we have in town every 6 months, and he had this. He didn't have this Unholy. He had this is Second Ring of Power, which I think is the last in their discography that I own. I have everything kind of before it. I have what's it called? From the Shadows, and where's the one I want to show? Oh, okay. This was the one that I bought from the guy at the record show. And this is like demos. This is really cool. It comes with a book. It was put out on Northern Heritage. It's called Demo 1190, so November 1990, and Procession of Black Doom. And this was awesome. This is super weird, super demo-ish quality stuff, but super weird, and sent me on a journey with this band. But this is the record I've been listening to a little bit more recently. This is a Peaceville reissue, pretty sure. Yep. This is a great record. This is probably their most professional sounding that I own anyway. Look at that. Whoever did this put the hype stickers right on it, which, whatever. I guess it's not the worst cover to have that on. It doesn't look super bad. But this is a great record. Lady Babylon, the female vocals on that with just the doom. This is like doom if you like weird doom. It's good, weird doom. Second Ring of Power, Never Ending Day. Like, it's hypnotic. It's great. And this is something that I can put on and, you know, Amanda will enjoy it. I can kind of put this on anytime. There is death metal moments on it, but it's doomier, it's slower. It's super heavy, but it's also very psychedelic, hypnotic. It's very cool. Unholy, awesome band from Finland. Okay. This was the last record I got in the mail, and I was new to this record, and I'm still new to this record. And I'm really, really enjoying it. It's brutal. Very interesting. Some of the best cover art ever. Dismember, Like an Ever-Flowing Stream. Everybody knows this